Hey guys, so my name is Luis and here's my video on making the neuron out of homemade stuff. At first I thought about going on my computer and designing it on SolidWorks or Inventor and 3D printing it, with me being an engineering student. But not everybody has 3D printers at home, so that doesn't count. And I don't have a 3D printer either. I would have to use the schools. So my idea was kind of not good. Anyway, so for the neuron, first I'm gonna show you the things I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use Oreo cookies, a straw, M&Ms, Sour Patches strips or Sour Patches straws, piece of paper. So the Oreo is going to be the body of the soma, which is what transmits the information, what processes the information that's going to get transmitted. So first I'm going to try to gently take off the top. So that's going to be like the top of my soma. Put this apart, eat it later. The next thing, the soma does have a nucleus. So I'm going to use one of my M&Ms to put it in the middle, and the M&M is going to serve as the nucleus of the soma. Then I'm going to take some toothpicks. Just going to cut them in half real quick. Okay, so those toothpicks are going to be holding the dendrites, which are going to be, in this case, are going to be my Sour Patches straws. The dendrites are what receive, or they get the neurotransmitters attached onto them, and is what essentially give the information from the dendrites onto the soma and so on. So I'm gonna cut little tiny pieces of my Sour Patch. And then I'm gonna use the toothpicks I cut earlier just to hold them. And then I'm going to attach my dendrites to the body of the soma. And again, the dendrites are what receive the neurotransmitters, or what the neurotransmitters actually attach to the dendrites. I'm actually going to put one more since I have it here. Okay, so that's the dendrites, the soma, and the soma does have a nucleus. It does have a cell body. So next, I'm gonna use the straw, and it's gonna form. It's gonna be the axon, which is what translates what transmits the message received from the dendrites into the soma, and then it's gonna go into the axon, so it can be produced down the line onto the terminal buttons, which I discuss later on when I'm making them, to get the information given into another nucleus. So this straw is a bit long, so I'm gonna cut it. Then we'll make a little shape right here. It's like a little U shape, so I can attach it to my soma. If this thing wants to work with me. So there's attached the axon, and once again, the axon is what transmits the information from the dendrites onto the soma, and then it goes down the axon, and then the axon is where the sodium goes in to elevate the energy so that it transmits, because since it is a chemical process, it does need some energy. Well, I'll get more details into later on. Then I'm gonna take a piece of paper and cut some strips The width of it and length doesn't really matter. This is going to be the myelin sheath, which is an insulating material, and it also helps the information be processed faster. So I'm going to take, I should have done this before. So I'm going to unattach this, and I'm going to wrap around the paper, around the straw. Take a little piece of tape. I always hate these containers, they never work. Save that for later. Tape it down, and I'm gonna do the same a few more times. Oh, that wasn't very efficient. There we go. And I'm gonna do it a couple more times, just because there could be multiple myelin sheaths. Excuse me if I mispronounce the word. English is my second language, so sometimes pronouncing words, it's hard. So again, tape it down. Take the last one. Not working. And we can attach this back onto the soma. So once again, those are my myelin sheets. They're isolating material, and they help the information get transmitted a lot faster. And then to wrap it up, I'm actually going to use another one of my straws, of my Sour Patches straws, to make the buttons, terminal buttons. I am using blue, so it's different color, so that you guys don't get confused with the dendrites. Okay, doesn't really matter how much. Let's stick them into my straw. So those are the terminal buttons. So once again, I'm gonna walk down through the whole process. The green Sour Patch straws are the dendrites, which is what receive the neurotransmitters that are gonna be transmitted down the neuron. The blue M&M is the nucleus of the soma, since it is a cell. It does have a nucleus. The pink straw is the axon, which is what sends the information from the soma down to the terminal buttons, and then the wrapped piece of paper is the myelin sheath, which is just insulating material, and it helps the information get a lot faster. And then the terminal buttons, these are neurotransmitters, so then these would release the information, and then if you can imagine another one of these attached to the bottom, and they will be connected along, and eventually, or essentially, there's a lot more than just one. So there we have it, folks. That's my fancy nucleus made out of cookies, M&Ms, Sour Patches, toothpicks, paper, tape, and a straw. Thanks.